Hi everyone, Aidan here with eTrailer. Today we're taking a look at the Saris MHS on our 2022 Ram 1500. The MHS is a platform-style bike rack that can hold up to 2 bikes. They're going to be held in these trays and by the tires. Got 2 wheel hoops, one on either wheel, and that's going to hold it in place with a secondary point of contact on our back tire with a wheel strap over it. It doesn't make any frame contact, so that's going to make it good for carbon frame bikes and alternative frame bikes, and it's going to be good for some e-bikes as well. With this, we do have the ability to tilt the rack away with bikes loaded. Just come to the handle at the end, give it a squeeze, and lower it down. And it is a very heavy bike rack, so just be careful, especially if you have it fully loaded. But with this, we can actually gain access to the back of our truck. Now this is pretty significant because not a lot of bike racks that we've tested on this work. And work in the sense of they tilt away and let you fully open the tailgate. A lot of them just don't have the room. They don't tilt away far enough. The MHS is one of the few that does. So if you want to be able to fully open your tailgate, get something out of the back, or climb into the bed really easily, this is one of your only options. The Saris Super Clamp does clear as well, so either option from Saris is going to give you that clearance to open the tailgate. Lifting it back into place, you'll hear it lock in, letting you know it's locked and safe to drive. And at the center of each tray, we do have integrated cable locks that can just wrap straight up around your bike, lock to themselves, and secure them to the bike rack. Getting the bike unloaded, we want to start with the wheel strap. Press in the button and remove the ratcheting strap. And then for the arms, just give those handles a squeeze. They are a bit tough if you've got them ratcheted down really tightly, which we do, to break the tension. So just be careful. You may have to use both hands. You don't necessarily have to crank it down that hard like we did, but just be careful when you do. And watch your hands because this can be a bit of a pinch point, and if you let it down too far, it will just fall. So do that on both sides. It can still be pretty difficult to break the tension on this side because it is wedged up against a block, but it can be done. My cameraman helped kind of steady the bike there, so I just recommend don't ratchet those arms down too tight because those ones are a little bit more difficult to release compared to other options like the Rocky Mounts guide rail. On that, it just uses some levers to release the ratcheting mechanism entirely, and I found that is to be probably one of the easier ones to use while still being a pretty reasonable price point. Pushing those arms back into place, you can see this strap does slide back and forth to meet your tire wherever it falls. And we can adjust these hoops for the wheels to different heights to set it for bigger or smaller tires, just loosening up this hand knob right here and moving it up or down. Now some measurements to check out are going to be our ground clearance. At the back end, the lowest point is going to be right there at 21 inches of clearance. More than enough for our Ram here. Not going to have to worry about bottoming out. And then we do add some distance to the back, coming in at 37 inches to the back end right here. It does stick out a fair bit, but we can save some of that space. When bikes are unloaded, we can squeeze that handle and fold it upright. Leave it in the hitch between rides, and then we're quicker to just load up and go when we are ready to ride. And now it only sticks out 11 3/4 of an inch to the end point here, and about 12 inches to the end point right here. So it's a lot more condensed, easier to pull into a parking spot whenever you do need to do that. With it like this, it is pretty bulky and does pretty much completely block your license plate and will obstruct the view around your backup camera here quite a bit. You will be able to see around it a bit, but it is going to be pretty bulky. Now, down at the hitch, it is working with our 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube and comes with a locking anti-rattle bolt. That anti-rattle keeps things nice and solid in the hitch, and that lock is key-like to the cable locks up top, so everything's under one system. Now overall, I really like the MHS. I think it works well with the Ram here, and it's going to hold the bikes really well. My personal taste, I'd go with the Saris Super Clamp. It's just a bit lighter, less bulky, and it's going to have the same weight capacity. So for me, it's the better option and the better fit for your truck. Thanks for watching.